Hello, my SisterCode ladies. How is everybody doing today? I hope we are all doing well. I'm feeling quite good myself personally. So I thought I would just jump on ladies quickly, grab a few quiet moments. I'm saying quiet moments, but I can hear so much noise around me. So hopefully it's not interfering. But I put this post up, ladies, but I also want to go into it in an audio about destroying your feminine energy. I'm actually going to do a YouTube video about 5 things that destroy your feminine energy, but I thought I would just touch upon it here very quickly first. So yeah, what destroys your feminine energy, ladies? And to me, there's a lot of things. Keeping it real, I see a lot of things that destroy our feminine energy, but ultimately, I would say moving in a masculine spirit. Yeah, moving in masculine energy. And a lot of you might say, but what is that? Because a lot of us as women, outwardly we look feminine. A lot of us will say, I've got the heels and the dresses and the hairstyle and the nails and stuff down packed. I look like a woman. And even now, that's a conversation which is like, it's a real big topic. What is a woman? But we will go into that another time. But in terms of masculinity, its characteristics, its mannerisms, its tone, its wording, its energy. It really is all those things. And from each of those things, you can break them down even further. But I've got 5 things that I've really been looking at when I've been reflecting and thinking, what is it that destroys my feminine energy? What things would I have classed? Because you look at Urshan, I am woman. I'm all woman, ladies. I'm just like, I wasn't even born in, should have been in this era. Should have been in the times of the great pin-up bombshells, Yeah, different time. Look at me, I'm trying to daydream now. I need to be bringing some facts to you, ladies. Okay. So yes, I am outwardly, but ladies, there's characteristics, fully truth, being held to you, ladies, that are masculine, and they're sometimes they disguise quite subtly, under passive aggressiveness, Passive aggressive people are quite masculine. They just don't present an outward show of masculinity, but you tap hard enough, yeah, you get it. So for me, let me just go through it because I wrote it down. 1, being argumentative. That lady, trust me, that destroys your feminine energy. Being stubborn. Yes, that definitely does. Being prideful. Pride, ladies, we know what they say. Pride comes before a fall. And that is real talk, like every day of the week. Prideful spirit, ladies. Prideful spirit leads to prideful thoughts, leads to prideful words, prideful actions. And those are masculine. Pettiness, being petty. Ladies, that one there, the pettiness, men detest pettiness. I mean, generally as people, who likes people being petty? And I know that I have had levels to which I can be petty, ladies. I can cut my nose off to spite my face, And it might not seem as though I'm being outwardly petty, but yes, those are traits to which I must work on. And I've had to work on them hard, ladies. It's constant, always growth. But pettiness, that definitely destroys your feminine energy. And ladies, being crass. Being crass. I just don't see this obsession with crassness. I don't get it. So being crass, yeah, that makes you move in a very masculine way. Being crass can make you adopt real masculine mannerisms. You speak in a masculine, often vulgar manner, So being crass. So yeah, okay, so those are the 5. Argumentative, stubborn, prideful, petty, being crass. But let's really break them down. Being argumentative. Ladies, look at yourselves. Are you an argumentative person? Do you have an argumentative spirit? Because being argumentative has certain characteristics. When you're argumentative, you're not listening. You're not paying attention. You're speaking. You're listening to respond, not listening to really hear and understand. And when you're argumentative, it leads to combativeness. to being combative. And men they don't want combativeness. Men are combative with other men, just naturally. Why are they going to want to now be combative and experience that from yourselves? Why are they going to experience that from who's meant to be the softer part of them? You know, what benefit and purpose would that serve to them? What benefit and purpose does it serve to you arguing all the time? Because even from a health point of view, it's not great. From a mental health point of view, it is not great. What the need to be right, the need to have the last word, the need to argue. Because some of us sisters, if we're not arguing, it's like we're not happy. And when you're argumentative, you do not know peace. When you're argumentative, it's like you're willingly rejecting peace, ladies. You're willingly rejecting peace. Why are you doing that? Why are you willingly rejecting peace just for the sake of wanting to be right? I've heard women, ladies, and I will be putting up videos, and I will show you women which are argumentative, stubborn, prideful, petty, and crass. But this argumentative one, depending on the man you're with, those buttons, they're buttons you should not be pushing. Being argumentative does not serve you. And then you argue in one moment, the next minute you want to be all feminine and nice again. You're going to be taken for the spirit to which you presented. So be mindful, work on that. Hold it down. There's exercises you can do to not argue as much. There's ways which you can visually train yourself to hold your tongue, or just to hold your mouth, ladies. Hold your mouth. Yeah. Right. Stubbornness. Okay. Stubbornness is very masculine. Once again, ladies, these traits in a man. So a man being stubborn, it can be seen also as determined. He's determined. You know, he's determined in what he's going to do. He's stubborn in his discipline and his endeavors and his passion and his drive. You know, and that will lead him to be a great leader. You know, but as in a woman being stubborn, what does that really do for yourself? It's like you're restricting yourself from the greater birth. Let me try again. When you're being stubborn, ladies, you're willfully restricting yourself. You're willfully, locking yourself down, and you're willfully allowing the walls to close in on you. And when you get into stubbornness, it's a state of being. It's hard to come out of that. It's hard to not be stubborn. It's hard to not, because when you become stubborn, your ego will come in. It will. Because sometimes when they say, wrong and strong, why is that? You know you're wrong. You know you've lost the argument. You know your point is not valid. You know what you're speaking is ain't even making no sense. Because ladies, a lot of the time, having conversations with women, it's like, it's candy floss. It's like, ladies, there's candy floss in your ears. You know, the argument you're making it's pure candy floss. You know, it just about looks pretty. Maybe it might taste nice to you guys, but candy floss is so light. There's no substance to it. There's no nutritional value to it. So being stubborn, there's no nutritional value to us being stubborn. It doesn't add growth to your relationship. It doesn't add growth to yourself. You're not going to say, I've really evolved these last few weeks and months and years. I'm more stubborn than I was before. Yeah, I've got real growth. Does that sound right, ladies? Or would it be better to say, you know what, I used to be really stubborn. I used to really hold on to a point just for the sake of holding on to the point. I used to it used to irk me if I couldn't be right, if I couldn't have the last word, if I couldn't be the one to be have people say, yes, great point. But now, no, I'm not as stubborn. Things don't bother me as much. I don't feel the need to be right. I don't feel compelled to have the last word. I don't feel, I don't want to be in that frame of mind and energy, So that is that's growth. Now you're talking growth. Now you're talking like a growth sister. Now you're talking like somebody which has reflected and looked upon themselves and applied strategies, put things in place, seen their triggers to know, okay, this triggers me. When this triggers me, then I react in this way. I feel this, I respond this, I speak this, I do this, and it leads me to then stubbornness. And if I can just peel back those stages by understanding I'm doing those stages, I can take you back to the first point of where I am triggered and understanding what your triggers are. So to say I'm not as stubborn because I'm not as easily triggered. I don't get easily triggered. Yeah? So, yes, stubbornness. We've got to lock that off, ladies. Being prideful. Ladies, being prideful. Do you know what, ladies? I think I want to stop here for a second because I'm hearing music. It in my house. One second, ladies. Let me come back to you. We're going to do this as part 2.